film. Hello and welcome to the Chef One pandemic. And Fauci, yes, Dr. Fauci is back. He's back again to defend himself. As I was saying yesterday, the Trump administration is trying to discredit him over his actions over the pandemic, and he has come back fighting. And Anthony Fauci, America's top infectious disease expert, has pushed back at the campaign by Donald Trump and his allies to discredit his response to the COVID pandemic. The officer's advisor publicly sought to undermine Fauci in at least 5 separate incidents over the past 4 days, even as the coronavirus surges across the US, with death toll now above 135,000. So Trump's administration is desperately trying to undermine Dr. Fauci. I mean, basically, he's going to be like a scapegoat for Trump. And which will, if anything goes wrong, if it goes over maybe 1 million deaths, he'll just simply point to Fauci, Dr. Fauci. So he is the head guy to talk about COVID-19. But they have dug out in the from somewhere, from the files somewhere, of him being wrong 5 times in his career and on other pandemics, apparently. So they are just trying to discredit him. I guess the blame game is started there. But what about over in England? Well, we don't know. Who could be blamed? I'm going to say Nick Hancock, definitely. Or someone from the NHS, or I don't know, the nurses, I guess. Do you think? The Prime Minister tried to blame the care home workers, trying to say that they didn't act fast enough for the spread, because I think it was highest number in the care homes. Those are quite high numbers, and more elderly people died in them. So he tried to blame them, but then they fought back. So the NHS could be next. I'm guessing. I think somewhere else I think it might have been in America or somewhere, that the nurses were blamed for the high infection rate because they weren't wearing masks. Again, this is going to be another thing, the mask thing. I'll talk about a little bit later on in the podcast. But masks are becoming the next big thing. I was listening on the Radio 5 Live this morning about masks wearing shenanigans in shops. And who's going to police them? What's going to happen? Can I go down there with a snood? Can I take it off when I'm talking to someone? I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, let's get into the podcast. Hello, I'm Warren. I'm still in Manchester. I'm still unemployed. You're welcome. Hello and welcome to the pod. I am Warren, your host for a Wednesday, a miserable Wednesday actually in Manchester. I didn't even get up out of bed early, unfortunately. I was going to do a bit of exercise. As I say, I've been doing a bit of what's he called, Wicks, Joey Wicks. It's not called Joe Wicks. It's called Jack Wicks. Jack Wicks. Jackie Wicks, Jack Wicks. I always think he was from EastEnders, you know. I don't know what it is. I can just imagine he was in EastEnders, Jack Wicks, or Jack Woods, whatever it's called. I was meant to do that today, but God, I just got out of bed. I was just so tired. I don't know why. I only had 3 cans of beers yesterday. Chilled out, watched the Snowpiercer, the final episode. I think it was about 2 hours, 2 hours long. Fair old whack. Yeah, 2 hours long, so the Snowpiercer, and we got to find out whether Mr. Wilfred, I ain't going to spoil it for you, but they have announced who Mr. Wilfred is. Mr. Wilfred is in fact alive. It's like the what is it now? Like the film, but well, with Chris Evans. Chris Evans is not in this one, but yeah, Mr. Wilfred does come in to the fray. That is season 2. I think apparently they've already filmed it. Apparently, season 2. So Mr. Wilfred, he actually pops up. I mean, am I going to spoil it for you? Maybe just a little bit, but there is a second train that pops up. Yeah, it's like a supply train. In the original one, there was only one train, and Mr. Wilfred, he was actually on it. But in this one, he wasn't on it. Yada, yada, yada. Everybody thought he was dead. But then he turns up in this new train. So I watched that all day yesterday. Well, not all day, but like 2 hours of it. Did a bit of exercising. Oh yeah, it's quite an early one, wasn't it? I forgot. I told about this. Yeah, so I did a bit of exercise yesterday. Waited for the guy. My water pipe is now fixed, which is great. He went out because I did it in between. He came in, and then he popped out again for about an hour and a half. I wondered where he was. I was like, where's he gone? Apparently he had to go back down to the shop, and then because Wickes isn't, you can't go in there. You can't go into Wickes. You can't go into Wickes and just go, I'll have a screwdriver. You can't do that. Apparently you've got to order it online, but apparently the online app didn't work, so he had to go in. He had a bit of an argument with the staff, and he had to go out again. But eventually they let him back in again. So they had to get like the right nozzle or something. I don't know. A right nozzle. A right nozzle. And then he eventually came back. I'd say about an hour and a half. He came back, and he just came in. I was like, "So where have you been, mate?" So he had to redo all the story. And then I didn't even offer him tea. You know, I didn't even offer him a coffee. I thought, what do you do if you got a handyman in? Do you offer him a tea? I did wear my snood, you know, to protect him, and I did completely disinfect the area. So like, he even managed to vacuum the carpet in the living room yesterday, and I'm thinking I might have to get a Dyson. You know, I might have to step up and get a Dyson. Yeah. A Dyson. Oh, those are about what, 250 quid. But the one that the landlord bought us is like 50 quid. That's not going to suck up nothing. That's, you know, it barely does mean that I even put my hand on it, and it barely even did it. I mean I could suck better like that. No, I won't be doing that again. But yeah, I reckon I could probably suck the carpet better. I even tried to get a brush and brush the carpet a little bit. That kind of helped a little. But I'm gonna have to get some carpet cleaner as well. It's been like what 10? We've been in this apartment for about 10 years now. Yeah, 10 years since I moved up from Newquay. Unbelievable. Yeah. Anyway, shall we get into a little bit of news? Yeah. Not much today, but here we go. So yeah, let's have a look at what is going on now. Good news today. Or sort of good news. I'm feeling hungry today. So, apparently today is the day when we get the VAT taken off. There is a VAT cut around the country, so that means up to 50p off items from today. So you can go into, I don't know, a restaurant maybe. I mean, like maybe not the small independent ones, because they need to get some cash back, if you know what I mean. A lot of cash. So you might not see that that kind of savings on anything really, but and also you won't get 50p off alcohol either. So no, but maybe in Wetherspoons. I don't know, but I ain't gonna go to Wetherspoons. But yeah, apparently VAT is off, and the main thing is you can go in and get yourself a Big Mac. I've not had a Big Mac in over 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. Yeah. So VAT on food and non-alcoholic drinks have been slashed by 20% to 5% in a bid to get British spending again. I mean, I've just literally run out of tea bags, by the way. This is my last tea. I'm going to have to go down to the Asda's in this muck. It's raining at the moment. It's a bit drizzly. Horribly and drizzly. It's quite warm, though, which is nice. But McDonald's will cut prices of some of its meal bundles, breakfast items, and other McDonald's favourites, including Big Macs. I think I might be tempted to get a Big Mac today. I don't know. I'm gonna see. And the chicken nuggets. I've never had a chicken nuggets there. Never had one. I mean, I was gonna have a tea. And parched meat. Yeah. Extra value meals will be reduced by 40p. Apple Happy Meals by 30p. And items such as quarter pounders with cheese, Big Macs will be 20p cheaper. There are big savings on the breakfast menus too, with 50p off breakfast meals and 30p off McMuffins. Black and white coffee will sell at 99p instead of £1.39. And Premier coffee such as Cappuccino and lattes will cost £1.49 instead of £1.79. The lower prices, which may vary across the UK, came into action at 5:30 a.m. today. So, are you guys going to go out and get some Big Macs? I think I will be. Definitely. I've been go to your local restaurants. Why not? Go to local restaurants and eat something to eat. I mean, I'm going to go back on the Code app. I think I'm going to have to download it on my phone today. And basically, the Code app is basically for the industry, restaurants and pubs, where I get 50p off, or not 50% off food from Monday to Thursday sometimes. It's a great little app. It saves me loads of money. I think it was like a £5 for a year. But yeah, I mean, just go out and eat, enjoy yourself. If you do, please very much do not order a restaurant tip and not turn up. I was saying, Tom Carriger yesterday was saying about non-show diners being disrespectful, and I was correct. It was 20. He said 27 people did not come over the weekend to his hotel in the centre of London without letting. They basically cancelled without letting him know. In an interview with The Guardian, he said there had been a huge response from the industry about no-shows. It happens all the time, but quite often people accept it or do not talk about it. He added, it's not about me, it's about people's jobs who are employing and small independent restaurants, so the industry have been supportive and pleased that they highlighted it. I go to Tom Carriger's place in Manchester, and I think it's called the Bull and Bear. I think it's called. Great little place. I always go there for breakfast. Lovely little place. At least once a month. At least one with the boys. I mean, we always nice sit down. We order I think it's about 12 quid for the breakfast. I always get a cheeky Bloody Mary, ovs, and that's an extra. I think a tenner. I'm going to say an extra tenner. So you're talking, 22 quid, 23 quid plus tips. So we go there. I mean, we even met him once, which is nice. He seemed like a nice chap. And then, for some reason, he can't seem to keep his chefs. There's always advertisement for chefs in his restaurants. So maybe if my place doesn't open, I'll probably pop over there. Go over there. I don't know, if you're looking for a breakfast chef, I'd love to be a breakfast chef there. Get there at 5 in the morning and go home at 3, something like that. But yeah, more and more people, more and more restaurant chefs, chefs and owners are now saying, what can we do about it? I mean, I was thinking maybe, I don't know, £10 a head. I mean, like that's what we've got to do. Like, if you go to like a posh restaurant and you've got to make a reservation, you got to put down at least a deposit, at least like £20 per person, at least. I mean, like they're not complaining about people cancelling the bookings. I mean, as long as you tell them that you're cancelling, that's not a problem. But the problem is when you don't tell them. That's when the problem is. You know, which is too right. I mean, like they're still paying the what is it? The landlord money, aren't they? And like the landlord, they ain't gonna get any cheaper rent from them, are they? So like, yeah, too right. You know, I reckon, yeah, new norm should be at least a tenner per person, and yeah, that's it. Anyway, back onto the news again. Again, the face mask thing, which is going on at the moment. Everybody's wearing them now. I mean, at the beginning of it, I wasn't too sure if I should be wearing it. But now I'm more inclined to do so, I think. I even saw someone on the tram the other day. It was an old guy, but he was wearing a mask that looked older than him. And it was like a surgical mask. And it was awful. It looked so old. It was like hanging off from his face. I thought, oh no. Because like, they do advise that for a surgical mask, you can only wear them once. Then you got to chuck them away. So you can't bang them in the wash and then you use them. It just doesn't work. And I also found out that masks actually help hay fevers. People with hay fever. I didn't know that. Apparently, if you wear... I mean, I don't personally suffer from hay fever. I think my brother does. But apparently, if you wear them in the summer, it protects you from the pollen. But yeah, apparently face masks are big now. And from the 25th of July, it is mandatory to wear a face mask in shops. There was a report, I was reading it, I'll put a little bit about this. There was a report in America where a guy was shot dead by police because he was in a shop and an old man came up to him who was wearing a mask and told the guy who was shot to wear a mask in the shop. Anyway, he got irate, the guy, and shot the old man and then fled the scene. Obviously, later on, the police caught up with the gentleman, and apparently he lunged towards the officer, and the officer, shot him, and then he later died. Now, thankfully, none of our police officers actually have guns, but what have the police? What powers do they have? I mean, yeah. So rules and guidelines says the police have the biggest responsibility for enforcing coronavirus laws. The rules that everyone must follow, these differ across the UK's and 4 nations, but not everyone you ask to do so it is a legal requirement. Coronavirus guidelines describe the government recommendations to help control the virus. They're not backed by laws. So it's not a law then. Okay, the ministers have sometimes used the words rules to refer to laws and sometimes guidelines. So it's the rules and guidelines, right? Okay, so it's not the law. So it's very important that. So the words are rules. So if you see someone without a mask, you can't really go up to them. It's the law. It's only the rules. So I mean, I'm honest with you, that security guys, they ain't gonna be that bothered. Are they? They're bothered if you're going to be nicking something. So, can police make you cover your face? In England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, it is a legal requirement to cover the mouth and nose on the public transport. So it's the law if you are on a public transport. I mean, I've been wearing my snood on the trams and everybody else has. I think it's about £100. It's £100 fine if you aren't wearing it. I mean, it goes down to 50 quid if you pay it straight away, but it's 100 quid straight away. Police officers in England Transport London staff are also issuing 100 quid note tickets, but it's not clear yet how this will be forced in shops. Again, what are we going to do? I mean, are the security guards, are they going to hold them at bay until the cops come? I mean, they're already outstretched anyway, other police officers, dealing with other stupid people. I mean, how hard is it to wear a mask? I mean, I know these people are saying, "Oh, it's against our civil liberties, yada yada yada." But I don't know. Get over yourselves. Really, just get over yourselves. It's as simple as that. Just wear a mask. What's the problem? I know it's like people say, "Oh, well, it's against the law, and the governments are trying to this and that. Oh, it's conspiracy theories, and oh dear, no." Just wear a mask. It's not, I mean, I know it's like it's apparently men don't want to wear it because it makes them look weak. I tell you something, if you get coronavirus, you'd be looking weak in your little bed with tubes sticking out of you. I can tell you. But yeah, so can I hold a party? I don't know. Sorry. I was just reading something else then. The police officers, which we represent frontline officers, say they can't spend their time patrolling thousands upon thousands of outlets. Yeah, yeah. Shop staff and security guards can already so shop staff and security guards can already detain shoplifters while waiting for police to arrive. However, general powers of citizens' arrest is only adhered to criminals committing offences that would go before a judge and jury. Penalty tickets for being socially obnoxious would not cross that high bar. Instead, police leaders hope shop managers will refuse non-wearing entry, then turn it into the police to solve the problem. So I guess this is how it could go. So if you go in, say you're not wearing a mask, so you go in, you're not wearing a mask, and someone tells you you've got to wear a mask. So the security guys are right, you've got to wear a mask, you can't come in. And then you say, oh, I'm going to come in anyway, I don't care, you can't stop me. But that means you're going into private property. Because like shops are private property, aren't they? You see, you can't go in there, you can't take photographs in there, things like that. So you go in there, but the security guard doesn't stop you. So you go in there, you buy, so you can go in, collect all your food, then you go to the checkout. This is probably stage 2. If you refuse to wear a mask then, maybe the checkout person will say, I'm not serving you, you're not wearing a mask. Again, can't do that. You got to do it. And say, no, I refuse. So then you go to, self-checkout, I guess. But then they refuse as well. And then the third stage says, right, I'm just going to take it. Now, if you just take the food, that would be shoplifting, wouldn't it? So that means the security guards then can sort of like do an arrest and then wait for the police to come. So I think that may be how it might go. I don't know. And so, like, can I have a party? In England, the law allows you to meet a group of up to 30 people outside or at home. All right, so I can have a party of 30 people at home. Outside means any public places, including beaches, parks, streets, and the countryside. So if you want to organise a picnic or a garden party, you can invite 29 guests. Wow, that's a big party. If you go above that number, police can turn up and force and make people to leave. They could issue you with a penalty ticket. That starts from 100 quid, or if it's paid within 14 days, 50 quid, or rising up to 3,200 for 6 or more offences. Blimey, Charlie. But confusing, the government wants people to do something different. Its official guidelines, not actually a legal obligation, says you should only be socialising in groups of up to 2 households, including support bubble, indoors and outdoors, or up to 6 people from different households when outdoors. Yeah. The public places like beaches could close, right? The laws get more complex. Still, in England, Health Secretary Matt Hancock has explicitly new powers to completely close specific public places. This could use this summer to close beaches or beautiful spots if they are concerned about crowd potentially spreading the virus. Kind of like sounds like Jaws, doesn't it? When the mayor tries to open up the tries to open up the beaches when he knows there's a great white shark there. I mean, if it does spread, and it will, I mean, they are saying the second wave is coming soon. So could we see all the beaches shut? I mean, how are they going to shut all the beaches, especially in UK? There is literally loads of them. I'm still, by the way, I'm still trying to get down there. But the transport is having none of it. I cannot, for the life of me, cannot get down there. I'd love to go there. My mum and dad they've gone to Wales in their little caravan, which is nice. I mean, I was tempted to go, but again, not a lot of money. I'm still trying to save up to go to America. I've still got to get a new passport and maybe possibly a new visa. But yeah, yeah. Another thing that I thought, I read the headline, jaw-dropping global crash in children being born, and I thought this was something to do with the coronavirus, but it's nothing to do with the coronavirus at all. Apparently, it is gone solo now, that about around 23 nations, including Spain and Japan, are expected to see the population halve by 2100. So it's 2020 now. So by early, maybe 50 years of time, 2100, it could be by halves. Now, I thought, all right, it must be something to do with the coronavirus. But they said no, apparently not. Apparently, more education for women. And was it protection? Men wearing condoms apparently. But yeah, Japan's population is projected to fall from a peak of 128 million in 2017 to less than 53 million by the end of the century. Wow, yeah, that is quite yeah, but you might say, well, that's pretty good. Like, less people on the planet, it's going to be great. And less pollution. Again, that'd be awesome. Less pollution. I mean, I ain't no eco worry, but yeah, I mean, great. But apparently, it could be the wrong kind of population. E.g., it's going to be older. So there's going to be more older people than there are going to be younger people. I mean, I think by 2100, I would probably be. I mean, it's 2020 now, so that's another 70 years. I'm 42 now. I'll be 110. I'll be dead by then. But yeah, there'd be a lot more older people than younger people, which will be negative consequences of an inverted age structure, says Professor Murray, which is quite right. So the number of under 5s will fall from 681 million in 2017 to 401 million in 2100. The number of over 80-year-olds will soar from 141 million in 2017 to 866 million. Wow, that is a crazy amount. So yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we had this COVID-19. I mean, I would have thought there'd be more babies now being born like 9 months from now, because we're all being locked up in here, aren't we? But yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, are we going to get a bit of an explosion of babies being born in about 9 months' time? Be interesting to see. Anyway, guys, that's enough from me talking. I will catch you tomorrow, Thursday, for a bit more. Hopefully, I would have gotten outside and done a bit more exercising. But today, I have not even done my little run yet. I might do it later on, I don't know. But anyway, If you like the podcast, please download it from the iTunes or from the Spotify. Download it, please. On the iTunes, give me a 5-star review, if you would. I've only got 3 there at the moment, but I could always get some more. Share the love a little bit. 5-star review, even leaving a little comment, if you would, please. Okay, I'll catch you later. Bye bye.